Welcome back, folks. More Neverwinter Nights. Be quiet with that rambunctious sound. Well, I was in the Creator Ruins, and I decided to run out and make sure I uncovered everything I need to out here. I'd like to explore. See, look at all these goodies I missed. It's a great renderer.
Feel the chill touch of the grave.
Here's more 23 experience. What's up with the magic tree? Had a searchable in it. It's rare. Can barely see that shit this far out. Oh, there's a cultist journal. This is a journal of a cult member. It would appear that at one point in time the cultist was a nobleman, due to the constant reminiscence of the days of wealth and privilege. I amuse myself today with the memories of the annual fox hunt at the Winter estate. There were some old ruins back in the woods behind his southern fields that the fox might head for. As we search for the ruins today, I imagine that the words of power were the fox and I the hound. What the fox say? The other must have thought I was cracking up when I started to laugh for no apparent reason, but I suddenly conjured up an image of Lord Neverwinter as a bespectacled hound, and I couldn't help myself. What the fuck say? God, that song is gay. But I had to sing it a couple of times to get it stuck in your head. Alright, that seems to be pretty much it. We already searched those stones. The fuck?
Us all. It is certain death itself.
I'm gonna rip your head off and make it my puppet!
And shit down your neck! This garden is covered by a semi-transparent magical field that glimmers above you. You can see the open sky through a bubble. I don't know if we want to come to this garden yet.
It is certain as death itself. The task is done.
It's a temporal lizard walking around. The apparition does not appear to be able to interact with you.
It cannot be
The
done.
massive door will not budge despite your efforts to open it. Inscribed in the door are the following words. Only the Master of Smoke, Color, and Sound may enter. There are 3 locks to this door. Grimnaw's getting tore up from that poison. Guess I'll heal him. Gosh, you're high maintenance. Time travel, anyone?
What? Who? Oh, pardon me. I didn't notice you there. I was rather engrossed in my contemplations of the time stream. It's easy to get lost in their paradoxical currents, if I do say so myself.
Who you be? You kinda hot. Don't you remember me? Oh wait, maybe we haven't met yet. It's hard to keep things straight without linear or temporal reference in the time stream. I am Sapphire, the Wild Mage. Time stream? Temporal revenant? Me no get it. This is a confusing subject, particularly on the one as dull as you. Wipe the drool from your chin, and I will try to explain it as simply as quickly as I can. I suppose I should start at the beginning. Get it? The beginning? A little time travel joke. In a recursively accessible time string, a beginning, by definition, cannot exist. Now, do you see what's so funny? No? Never mind. You be crazy, me think. Don't go jumping to conclusions. Just because I'm a wild mage and the realm's foremost leading expert on time travel does not mean I am insane. You are simply too blind to see the reason of my words. I'm sorry, I sometimes forget temporal displacement is a confusing subject. Let me explain. I'll try to be brief and simple. I am a research in fluid temporality time travel, if you will. That is why I'm here in these ruins, because they were built on a time sink. Time sink? A time sink is an area where it's possible to tap into the time stream and travel backward in time, though not forward unless you are returning to the temporal reality you started from. Of course, such a thing is not easily accomplished. It requires an old and powerful magic. Fortunately, the creator race had already done this hard work by building the sundials. What do you know about creator race? They were a brutal people enslaving other races with their powerful magic. Physically, the creator race resembled the lizard people of our own time. I have seen them when using the sundials to travel to the past. Is the sundial still working? They are. If you know how to use them, I could teach you to travel back to the ancient past, when these ruins were still being built. But you have to perform a task for me. What be task? A simple errand. Well, simple for normal people. You might find it a little above your mental facilities to comprehend, but I really can't be picky at this point. I need the fruit of a rare ultar tree. I have the seeds, but the tree only bears fruit every 10,000 years or so. What I need you to do is use the time sink, go back to time, and plant the tree for me. According to my research, the only place you can safely plant the seeds and have the tree bear fruit is beneath the red warding rune painted on the soil of this garden. Plant the tree in the past, and I'll be waiting here in the present to harvest the fruit. What me do if me get this? Don't worry, I'll see you are well paid for your troubles. I've made a fortune in gambling over the years. Plus, using the sundial to go back to the age of the creator race will send you to the time before the guardian golems were created. You could go back into the past and maybe find a way to weaken the golems so you could get to the word of power. You mentioned at our last meeting. Or maybe you mentioned it on our next meeting. It's hard to keep everything straight.
Golems?
You know, golems. The invulnerable guardian of this complex. Didn't we go over this at our next meeting? You could disable them by using the sundial to go to the past.
How me use a sundial?
Do you know how to read? You seem dim, but hopefully not that dim. I think you'll muddle through it somehow. I've actually got a notebook that explains it. It's all pretty simple. Here, take the notebook. And these ultra tree seeds you promised to plant. Oh, and you'll need this time crystal. The time crystals are magic items of special use. Just use the special property of the time crystal and target the effect of the sundial and you'll be sucked back to a time when these rooms were still being built. When you want to come back, use the crystal again on the sundial and you'll be transported back to the present age. And if you go back into the past, you might find some way to weaken the guardian golems patrolling the complex.
You need to tell me more at me?
Just remember the rules. They're all in that notebook in case you forgot. 1. The area of the time sink only extends the length of the runes. You won't be able to leave the vault complex while you're in the past. 2. You can't bring any items of power from the past back with you. When you come forward, they'll be left behind. Take only memories and leave only footprints, right? That's a time travel joke. Get it? Never mind.
Okay, me get it.
Remember to plant the Utrak tree seeds in this spot. Anywhere else and they won't grow. Then come back to the future and speak with me and I'll give you your reward. I guess that's it.
Me go now.
Well then, goodbye. We shall meet again soon. Or is it that we've already met in the past? It's so hard to keep this stuff straight.
No shit.
The book is written in an ancient language you cannot understand. In the margins, however, someone has scribbled notes in the common tongue detailing how time crystals can be used to travel back to ancient days. The creators built this complex over a time sink and constructed several sundials that tap into the heart of the temporal instability. Using a time crystal on one of these sundials activates the time sink, drawing the person back into the ancient past. Using the crystal on the sundial in the past will return the person to the future. In my explorations of the ancient past, I have discovered several interesting anomalies associated with time travel. First, it is not possible to travel beyond the range of the time sink's influence. For this reason, I have only been able to explore the complex itself, despite my desire to see the world as it was before the changing climate covered the land in ice and snow. Also, I have discovered that it's not possible to bring certain items back from the past into the present. This is likely an inherent aspect of temporal displacement that minimizes paradoxes and disruptions of the time stream. This is fortunate, for I shudder to think of the consequences if the creators had ever discovered a way to travel from the past into our own time. Had another run-in with the creator race during my last visit to the past. Those walking lizards surprised me in the dead-end hall. It was all I could do to escape with my life. I'm beginning to wonder if further exploration of these ruins is truly worth the risk. Me go back in time? Cool. We just fucked up that lizard dick. Grimnar, you need to heal up, little buddy. Alright, got a translation amulet. Maybe we can talk to these bastards.
It is certain as death itself.
So that means everything I pick up now I can't bring back with me? Because that's some poop.
Ooh, now you got me mad! I'm gonna rip your head off and make it...
Mammal scum! We don't even bother trying to open them now, we just bash them. Ow. Ring ding dong. Ring ding 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 dong. Whoop-de-doo.
Ullaksat vapor. Passadelina parsina. Vedlo kol.
Huh?
You must be careful. I will help you if I can. But if the masters see us speaking, they will cut out my tongue.
Who you be? I am Lokar, leader of the slaves. I often help those who escape the chains of creator race, as you have obviously done. Me not slave. Me come time travel from future. Of course, I understand now. You are simple-minded. It's probably from the beatings of your cruel mistress. No wonder you have risked your very life to escape. Me not crazy, me from the future. I'm like Michael J. Fox, man. I admit your appearance is strange to me, but the mistress's empire extends to distant, exotic lands. Often they bring back slaves of races and cultures never seen in this part of the world. I find it far more likely you are one of these than a visitor from the future. But I do not wish to upset you. If you claim to be from a distant time, I will not dispute it. I only want to help you. I will tell you what I can if it will help against the creator race that enslaves us. What do you build here? The mistresses are forcing us to build a great fortress complex. At the heart of it, we are constructing an enormous vault that will be protected by various magical wards once it's complete, though what our master plans to place inside the vault I cannot say. What do you know more about vault? I'm afraid I cannot tell you much more about the vault, as I have not worked on it myself. There are other slaves who are more involved in the construction of the central vault. If you find them, perhaps they will have answers for you. What you say about magic wards? Right now, the vault is unguarded and empty. You could enter it if you wish, but once this complex is complete, the vault will be sealed by the power of 3 magical wards. I do not know much about magical wards, but I suspect that once they are activated, it will be impossible to enter the vault without first deactivating them. Is there anything else I can tell you? You know how me get inside vault? Right now, the vault is unguarded and empty. You could enter it if you wish, but once this complex is complete, the vault will be sealed by the 3 wards. Me thank you for your help. You go now. Take this ring before you go. Show it to the other slaves in the complex, and they will be more willing to risk themselves to help you. I wish there was more I could do for you. Every slave that escapes the victory of all people, and a blow against the tyranny of the creator race. May luck be with you. Hopefully I can talk to them without this stupid necklace. I need my strength. Me lug.
Greetings.
God damn it!
Greetings.
You cannot be here. If the mistress catches an escaped slave in the golem room, that will kill us both. Who you be? I am one of the slaves of the mistresses. I have commanded to create golems. When finished, the golems will be indestructible guardians of the vault. It is forbidden for me to have contact with other slaves on pain of death. That's why you should not be here. We want to know more about vault and golems. The mistresses are forcing us to build a great vault. When finished, it will be protected by magical wards of smoke, light, and sound, as well as the golem guardians I am working on. You know more about golems? When complete, the vault will be protected by them. You know finish golem. If I do not complete the golem, the mistress will torture me until I beg for death, and then it will grant me into a gruesome fashion. Me got Lokar ring. Him say you help. Why did you not say so earlier? If Lokar sent you, your mission must be one of great importance to the fate of all those enslaved by the creator race. If I do not build the golem, the mistress will know I have aided you, but it might be possible for me to construct the golem with a single subtle flaw that will not detect. This will give the golem one fatal vulnerability. I can only introduce one flaw. Should I introduce more, the mistress will surely notice. Would you rather I make the golem vulnerable to fire, cold, blunt weapons, or slashing and piercing? Slashing and piercing, for sure. I shall do as you ask. However, my change will only affect the golem I am working on. There are other golems, but you have to speak to the slaves building them, or they'll be invulnerable. Now please go before the mistress see you. Alright, so that's what you want to do here in the past, is you need to get these slave workers to make a vulnerability to the golems they're making, or you can't beat them in the future, or the present, or whatever. what that spell is, but it fucking hurts. The fuck? Whoop that tail! That bitch just keeps summoning shit till no end, man. I need to rest. I'm hurted. Look like it's hurted bad. Now me feel better. Making some room. Brazier looks as if it's being prepared to have some sort of magic cast upon it. Strange runes have been inscribed on its surface. Alrighty.
Memo scam!
Morag. Small garden is covered by a semi-transparent magical field that glimmers above you. Sunlight streams in from the opening, obviously to warm the lizard people's cold blood.
What manner of slave are you that does not cast down his eyes in my presence? I could have you flayed for this. Do you not recognize me? I am Morag, first daughter of the queen and heir to the thrones. How dare you approach me? Me bow for no one, me not slave. There is something strange about you, creature. Where is your color? Why is your forehead not branded with the mark of your house you serve? Your clothes and appearance are unknown to me. You are no slave. Who are you, creature? Me, Lug Lug. Me come from the future. Of course, the time sinks. This is not the world you know, creature. The secrets of the creator race are not for yours for the taking. God slay this son of a bitch. No one slay me. Lug Lug. Me kick some serious business. Told you.
Plant the seeds. The seeds of the real talk tree have been planted in the ground here beneath the rune. Now only time will tell whether they can take root in this inhospitable dungeon to grow in the fabled old talk tree.
Fucking better. I want to get paid and maybe laid in the shade. My cock blast off like grenade. I like pink lemonade. Okay, I stop now. Hello.
The depression of the stone looks as if the tablet could fit inside of it.
Tablet? What you got, Kindle Fire?
I'm hoping they let me keep all these goodies. I'm assuming it's particular items that can't be brought back from the past. Be kind of dick to give me all this nice magic and then just take it away from me like that.
It cannot be done.
And of course, that door's locked, which lets us exit. And of course, it's not going to let us exit, because then you would break the game.
Well met.
You cannot be here. If the mistress catches an escaped slave in the golem room, they'll kill us both. Yeah, we know the drill. show him the ring, and we're going to tell him to be vulnerable to slashing and piercing, and move on to the next. After we rob the place. Now that means dipshit here won't be able to hurt them because his fists count as bludgeoning weapons.
It is certain as death
But
itself.
Luglug will be chopping and slashing the hell out of him. Now you want to watch what sounds the sprite here plays for the past, so that you know for the future which gongs to hit in what order. So she's going to start over. And I'm going to write down from this angle what note she hits. Upper right. Upper left. Lower right. Lower left, the first four. Back to lower right. Upper left. Lower left. And I think she goes back and hits upper right. And that's that. Now we know, and no one's half the battle. All right. I need to find the third slave working on the golem.
Hello.
Now they're all vulnerable to piercing and slashing.
I'm gonna rip your head off and make feel that
Wow. You got one shot it.
Now you got me, man!
Bad saving throws. Fuck that. That motherfucker's still alive, dude.
Feel the chip!
Note appears to be instructions from the High Priest or one of the underlings describing how to enter the central vault of the complex. As a keeper of the sacred artifacts, you must understand the secrets of our inner sanctum. Only the rituals of smoke, light, and sound will unbind the door. There is no other way to enter the hollowed walls. Once the slaves are finished building our golems, our defenses will be fully intact. The enslaved fairy will guide you through the ritual of sound, for she is bound to the magic of the gongs. To complete the ritual of smoke, you must cast the blessed powders on the sacred brazier so that their combinations match the descending order of stones set into the brazier's base. The ritual of light can only be completed using the stones drawn from the holy pool in the center of the pillars. Begin by choosing any two single stones set in their primary color pools. The secondary pools must then be filled with the twin gems that match the corresponding color that would be created by combining the hues of the stones in the primary pool. You may keep this letter for a fortnight, and then you will be tested on what you have learned. Master the secrets of the rituals, and the queen will be pleased with you. Fail to learn them, and you shall suffer a grisly fate. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can do much here now.
It is certain as death. It is certain.
Back to the future, back from the future to the present. A lot of shit to search. Well, we got to keep the rings and the belt. So it looks like you do hang on to items.
It is certain
Bitch
as
lied.
death itself. The task is done.
Alright, just wanted to double check I cleared that room sufficiently. I'm gonna kick your ass. Finish him.
It cannot be done. It is certain as death itself. The task. Death and damnation! Death comes for us all! The task is done. It is certain as death itself. The task is done.
So that's nice. You get items from the past and from the present. You just search all this shit twice. Of course, they're all retrapped. It's the same goofy letter.
It is certain as death itself. The task is done.
Alright, folks. That about wraps it up for this video. Stay tuned for more Neverwinter Nights. We'll start getting these puzzle pieces, or these puzzles done. Light, sound, and smoke. Grab the second word of power and start working on the third word of power.